If you're running Performance Max for your e-commerce store, whether it's struggling, doing okay, or crushing it, there's always room to improve your ROAS and scale more profitably. I'm Sam from KeyCommerce.com. My team and I manage Performance Max campaigns for dozens of e-commerce stores. And what I'm about to show you today is our exact process for analyzing and optimizing Performance Max campaigns. First, I'll show you how to use the Google Insights tool to see what's actually driving your results. Then I'm going to walk you through the exact optimization steps to improve your performance. Let's jump in. Let's begin by going to the Insights section. This is found on the left side of your Google Ads under Insights and Reports. The first panel we see here is for performance review. Make sure you're aware of the time frame you're being shown. It can either be the last 7 days or 28 days. Unfortunately, you can't customize the time frame any further. Once you select either one, Google gives you comparison data against the period before it. There are 4 key metrics shown. Conversion value equals revenue, cost equals ad spend, ROAS equals return on ad spend, conversions equals orders. Conversion value, which means revenue, cost, ROAS, which stands for return on ad spend and its current target that you've set for the campaign, and then conversions, which means orders. For revenue, ROAS, and orders, understand that Google is including the projected data as well. I want to explain what this is. Shoppers don't always purchase after clicking a single ad and visiting an online store. They will often interact with an ad and then come back days later to finally decide and buy. Performance Max was built for this kind of behavior. I go more deeply into it in this video. I'll leave a link down below for it. Google first looks at your sales patterns. It then predicts how much money ads will make when shoppers interact with them during the time period you choose. This data is added to the sales that have actually occurred and been recorded. So here you can see that for the past 28 days, we're projected to hit 68% more revenue with a 14% lower cost at a ROAS that is above our target on 50% more orders. Moving on to diagnostic insights. This is a convenient place to look if you're concerned about an unexpected drop in activity. Google goes through the basic settings that must be active, such as your billing status, conversion tracking, and policy compliance. Here, we see it asking for improvement to our assets within an asset group. Below that, we have performance highlights. This is how Google shows you outliers in your campaign. It highlights any big increases or decreases in performance. You can review this across your asset groups, individual products from your catalog, product groups, and product types. This is great information to stay on top of as your Performance Max campaign grows. The default metric it's looking at here is generated revenue, which I like best because this is for e-commerce. But you can also select different metrics of focus here. The next section, Auction Insights, is one of my favorites. This is because it gives you a great view into who your competition is. This graph shows where you fit in against other advertisers by impression share. That means for ad auctions that we're eligible for, here's how often we're actually showing an ad. The second percentage shown here for each is how much this has increased or decreased over this period. A little lower, we see the advertisers we're most often overlapping with. Overlap means sharing the same page with their ad and yours. The next section is the most discussed and reviewed part of this Insights page, search terms. These are the terms that shoppers have searched for on Google that have triggered your ads. They're grouped into themes that you can open up and review. It's critical that you look through this report regularly. If you see these search terms that you don't think are good, add them as negative keywords. If you find search terms that perform well, check your website. See how well it's optimized for those terms or target them in a separate search campaign. This section is for recommendations. It's important to remember that not all recommendations from Google are good. In fact, this one fails to understand a purposeful setup in this campaign that, as you can see from the performance data that we looked through earlier, is doing well. Just the same, it's good to review them. Next is Audience Insight. This contains important clues about your shopping audience. It shows the audience segments that have the greatest interaction with your ads. These top 3 were already added as part of your audience signal. By the way, we have a video on creating great audience signals. I'll leave a link to that video down below. We'll get back to the video in just a second. Before we do, I wanted to let you know about something that could be really helpful for you. we've built a community of honest e-com store owners called the KeyCommerce Academy. It's where my team and I help store owners like you get your ads running the right way and start seeing real growth in sales and profits. We're in there every week, answering questions, jumping on live coaching calls, and giving you step-by-step courses on Google Ads, Meta Ads, and everything else e-commerce. It's also a space where other e-commerce store owners are helping each other out, sharing wins, asking questions, and growing together. In fact, the majority of members that join our community see a noticeable increase in their sales and their profits. And that's just within the first 30 days. I'll leave a link down below, go and check it out, and I'd love to see you on the inside. Okay, the next few sections are just remixes of data that we've already seen. So I'm going to scroll down to the last one, target pacing insights. In this graph, the middle line here is our target ROAS, and this line is where we've actually been trending on it. It's based on weekly averages. Check here first if you're worried about hitting your ROAS goals. First, exclusions. Exclusions are how we tell Google we don't want our ad to show up. The most direct type of exclusion is called a negative keyword. Google has recently allowed negative keywords to be applied to Performance Max. This helps the right shopper find your ad and keeps the unqualified traffic away. If you notice the word used in your search terms insights and you only sell new products, add used as a phrase match negative to your PMax campaign. Click inside your campaign, then go to audience, content, and keywords on the left. Next, select keywords. Another common example is if you see the word near me. And if you don't have a physical store, then adding near me as a negative phrase match keyword could help. The next type of exclusion is called brand exclusions. Use this when you don't want your ad to show for irrelevant or competing brands. If you only sell iPhone cases, you might want to exclude anything related to Samsung. There's an easy way to do this. First, go to the left icon menu and click Tools. Then, under Shared Library, click Brand Lists. Then click the plus button to create a brand list. You can then apply this list to your PMax campaign as brands you don't want to advertise for. Okay, next I want to cover bidding strategies. There are two types of bidding strategies that you can use with PMax. The first is a focus on conversions. This means that PMax is focused on getting as many conversions as possible, regardless of the revenue generated. You can optionally set a CPA, cost per acquisition, target. The next is a focus on conversion value. This means that PMax is optimizing to get the maximum conversion value possible, regardless of the number of orders. Here, you can optionally set a target return on ad spend. Okay, there's a lot to consider between these two bidding strategies, especially as you start to scale. I bring them up because it's a setting that's immediately in your control to change, especially if PMax isn't meeting your goals. But I do urge caution when doing this. Allow at least 1 week to judge the results. You won't be doing yourself a favor if you don't give the algorithms enough time to adjust to this new change. Finally, I want to talk about product data. This is the information that Google has about your products via the Google Merchant Center feed. Optimizing this data can have a huge impact on the performance of your Performance Max campaign. I'm going to give you an example of optimizing your product data. Go to the left menu in your Google Ads account and click on Products. You'll see the products that you're currently advertising. If you click on a product, you'll see the individual attributes. Look at your product's title. Does it have the keywords that Google is showing you are working in your search term insights? This is an often overlooked part of optimizing Performance Max. Make sure your product data improves using the insights you get from Google. There are tips for optimizing your Performance Max campaign. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Make sure to check out our other videos. This one here might be especially useful for you.